Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to my channel. I'm just doing a quick craft along using up scraps. Because I don't know about you, but I am just absolutely littered with scraps. So I'm going to make something like this. It's real quick, easy. And this then can be transformed into a cover, which I want to make a journal for Junk Journal July, so I want a cover. I might show you how to make a quick one signature cover. You can, when you've collaged, you can quickly roll it all up. Or I'm thinking, see with this, I'm thinking that with this, I need to glue it better and I need to use fabric glue so I haven't got gaps. And then that way I can cut it up and make these as well. I forget what they call them. I'll tell you in a minute. It's on my brain, but it's disappeared. In my brain and disappeared. Oh my gosh. We can make tags, we can make pockets. I just got all these scraps. You know, like bits of scraps. So, and they're everywhere. So I'm just going to do a quick collage and show you how I do it and why I find it convenient. And I'm just going to use the 450 quick drying glue. And I think I'm going to make it in proportion so it's not huge, it's easy to cut, blah blah blah. This is a good idea, but it's all over the shop. But it can be cut up into strips, like I said, and make twisted tangles with these. But I'm not making twisted tangles. There's a lot on them on YouTube. I want these for covers and to use up all this. The stacks of it. Absolutely stacks of it. And you know, I'm going to move house soon and I don't want to have the hassle of moving with all this. So anyway, I'm going to start this and I'm using whatever scraps I've got. Now when I start it, I don't know if this is going to work. Hang on a minute. I'm going to glue properly with this because I want my project, if I'm making, say, a journal, I actually want this to hold. Whoops. And I want it to look like, what do you call it? A quilt. There's all sorts of book pages and stuff here. There's even heater folding. Like, I don't know why I've got so much scraps, but I do have. And the glue's not going to be... So I'm going to put it at the end of that, but then I'm going to put it at the end of this, where I want to place it. And I'm just going to keep... And then, that's all solid. And it will stick down well, and we won't have a hassle. There's all sorts of papers here. I just dug everything out, you know what I mean? Because it is just too much for one body to cope. Now, I'm going to be making... Oh, this one doesn't want to work. So, I'm going to exchange lids. Because I did the same with my glues. I emptied a lot into one bottle. You know, you end up with empty bits. So, I'm just trying to be more manageable with all of this stuff. Plus, because I'm moving, I don't want all these scraps hanging around. And I'm going to try and do it sort of even a bit. This is a really quick project. It really is. And I'm going to glue there. And then we can cut them up and be even. Just make sure the glue's not going anywhere I don't want it to go. And because I want to cover, see, This is beautiful. What do you call it? Tim Holtz paper. And you might think, oh, she's wasting it. I'm actually not. It's just I can't afford to have all this hanging around my craft room. And there's all sorts of papers. So I'm just digging through printed stuff. Like I said, I want to make a cover because I want to do next year. So I want it sort of like similar to a traveller's size journal, I'm thinking. And what I do too, because that's another Tim Holtz, I decide which way I want it. I didn't seal the other end, but I'm going to, because I don't want it gapping just in case I want to make twisted tangles, but I'm definitely going to make a cover. And then what you do with your cover, you use file folders. So I don't want that to stick up. So I'm going to do it properly, where I didn't do that with my other ones. But if you're going to make a cover, you don't want nothing to be sticking up. And if I don't like something on here, I just get my scissors. Because there's glue attached to this, I'm real careful what I use. And that will help a little bit to keep it a little bit even toned. Oops. See, my cover won't be huge, so that'd be about in proportion. Because I'd say that'd be one signature journals. I don't mind that being that big. So I'm going to hope I'm in frame. Oh, this glue. I chose the worst bottle, I think. And I will seal there too. Because, like I said, I want this to be manageable as a cover. Try and pick a variety of papers. You know, don't choose the same papers. Holy moly, this is not good. I'm going to choose that. I'm going to choose that. Oh, I didn't glue there. And like I said, just so you don't have that lift, because you don't know what you're doing with these papers. Oh, this glue. I chose the wrong glue, but it's all right. It's okay. We just got to make sure that it's pressed down so you don't have that lift. Look, you can sew over this, but I don't wish to do that. You know, I want to save myself time because time's precious. You know what I mean? I don't want that little bit there, so I'm going to glue there. Oh. I think the glue's dried up a bit in this one, but anyway, it doesn't matter. And I'm going to glue there. There's all sorts of papers. All sorts. So again, I'm going to... And you don't have to be precious like I am. Oh, that's done up. Oh, no wonder. Oh, by the jingo, by the jingo. And these, like, you can make pockets. And it's quick. Like, no time wasting. I might use that side. Like, who's got time to, you know, be fussy? Because this is no fuss collage. Using up your stash. And that's what you're doing. You're literally using up all that's in your stash because you ain't got time to muck around. And that's what I like about this collage. You haven't got time to muck around. You want to use your stuff. because I'm going to bin my scraps. Like, honestly, I have got too much scraps, and that's why I'm going to reduce a lot of this today. But I thought I'd show you how I do it. And I find the 3-way glue is good because I must have some glue stuck there, but anyway, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. Like I said, I want to make a cover because that's what it's all about. I want to make 2 covers actually. Oh, I think it's doing up itself, this lid. Holy moly. Again, there's more Tim Holtz. I'd like to use it, and I'm just going to nip a bit of that and glue it down. Oops, which one have I got? Yeah, that's right. And it makes it sturdy too, because that's what I want for my covers. I don't want them not to be sturdy. I'm just thinking, might use the other glue. That glue needs a bit of acetone to, because it's too thick, I think, and that's why I've got an issue. So I'll go back and start that line again. Oh, I forgot to do this. Because you don't want it lifting. And that's the problem when you do a collage. And make it big enough if you're making a cover, so you're not actually, what's the word? Trimming too much. You know, you want it to go through your cutter so you've got an even cover. You want all that sort of thing to happen. And I'll do this. I'll put the page. I didn't put no glue on it, and I need to. And use variety. And you end up like a patchwork. And that's what I like about this technique. Because it's fun. It's fun to have patchwork, effect looking. I just like doing things this way, and I'm not wasting my scraps. I actually will be wasting a lot of these scraps because I've got too much of it. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, too much. So instead of saving it all and keeping it, I am doing away with it all. Because I can't be bothered, oops, wrong way. I can't be bothered storing it. Because some of us haven't got the room to store scraps, our crafts, let alone our scraps. I'm going to be moving, and I'm not sure if my scrap situation will be okay there. But I don't want to find out, and I don't want to be moving extra stuff as well. So again, I'll glue that. I hope it's recording and you can see. Oh, it's trying to do a software update. Better not. It better not. And there. Like I said, I like using this glue because I'm making covers and I don't want to see lifts, you know what I mean? And that can happen. What am I doing here? I had it printing the right way, I'll be right. I did it wrong. So, I'm going to have to put the glue there. You see what I've done? Oh, and I'm gonna. So all those prints you got, you know, that you printed on. Then I'll start back here. And I still bug it up a bit because, so I'm just going to go over that. But it's forgiving. This is very forgiving. So, because it's forgiving, which way am I going? That way. And I need to glue that down, or it won't be forgiving when I go to make a cover. Like I said, this is going to be backed anyway to I think the glue has put me off. See, and I'm really overlapping, and I don't mind that I am. Oh. A little bit sticky, but I don't mind that. So I want to put a bit of glue there and there. You've probably seen this stuff on YouTube, but a lot of us watch different channels. I don't know, I haven't seen it myself this particular way, but I like this particular way because, like I said, I can store this if I want to. I can actually store this in A4 sheets, you know, in a folder. And it makes for ideal storing. See, I'm rough and ready. I'm not worried how it's going to turn out or anything like that. I've mucked up here again, so I'm going to do it that way. Like I said, it's very forgiving, whatever you do. Whatever you do, and then you just got to let it dry. So, I want to strengthen a piece there, so I'm going to go like so, and put it there. Whoops. I think I want to add more to it, I'm not sure. Yeah, I want to add one more row. Here's some, just want to see I'm doing it right. Oops. Oh, I did that a bit wrong. I did it wrong. I want to go back here. And I want to use this. I really like that. So I'm going to glue there. And that should be right. I don't think that will lift. Yeah, that should be right. Because one more row and that should see it through. Now I'll glue there, 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 and to that side. Now I'm doing it right. I don't know what it is, you know, you get on camera and then all of a sudden you're getting confused. I've got some of this paper, and I'm going to use it. This is ball paper. I think that's what you call it. So I'm going to glue there and there. It's probably a little thick, but you know what? It doesn't matter. I just don't want it to lift. And I'm going to do there. Whoops. like I said, I don't want this to lift because it's an issue that happens with my other ones. That's why I like it this way. And it's there. Oh, I didn't do there. I tell you, it's very distracting when something doesn't work. It really is. Where's the glue? Oh, I did it again. The only way I know how to do it is by putting another piece down. Like I said, it's like a scrapbook piece. And that's what I like about it all. Whoops. And I'll put the glue there. That's right. That's right. It'll do. Unless it doesn't lift. And there it is. Oh, papers are stuck to it. Oh no. Can you see what happened there? It's ready to split. So I'll get a strip of this and I will do that. And I'll pause you and I'll come back. I'll wait for it to dry. Thank you. I'm back. So, there's me collage. Is that the right way? No, I had it the wrong way. There's my cardstock. So I'm just making a quick cover. Now you can do the same way. So I want to glue this to that before I cut it. So that's the size of the cover I think I want. So that's an A4 size cover, but I'm thinking I might have it a bit smaller, I don't know. But I want to put Junk Journal January on this. So I want to keep it simple, guys. You know, basically this is just a cover and collage technique. I was just looking for this stuff because I'm going to put it down with this. Oh, I love this stuff. It's Mixed Media Art, Mixed Media Glue from Stamperia, and I really like it. It's actually very good for putting down a cover. Oh goodness, I can't open it, guys. Now it's giving me problems. Not anymore. So it's a thick, very thick. It's thicker than, oh well, it's not really thick. So I've already done that to it. Only reason why, and you've got to let this dry before you go oops, it's on my nail. Oh, the mess I get into. So I'm just going to move it back a bit. And then if I get some on the edge, it's only on there. And I'll do that. I just feel, doesn't matter if it goes on there. This is good stuff. Oh, it's drying quick though. And this will be my one signature cover. I'm getting glue everywhere, but it won't matter. And I'm just gonna put it down, make sure. as right it's going to be. And I don't want to waste the glue. I've been using this for a long time now, and it's barely used a lot. And because I'm going to sew around this, it doesn't matter. And I won't be doing that today. Oh, I might. I've just got to wait till it's dry, guys. And decide what I want to put down on top. But I can't do that till later. I suppose I can. It's nice. And you really, really work that glue in, especially if you're not sewing, because you know what it's like. So I'm just going to run my fingers solidly through it. I'm going to get my cutter and see if I can cut it away, move that out of the road. Where's my cutter? It should be here. What do I do with it? I always have a cackle at myself, guys, because I jump on the bandwagon doing stuff and I'm not organised. That'll be a bit wet now, but doesn't matter. What do I do with it? It should be here, because I just cut that big one. Oh, here you are. So, I got my cutter here. It was on the floor. Because I'm on the kitchen table, guys. It's just easy for me to work this way. And I don't need measurements. Because the A4 paper is straight. There. And then there. And I actually don't mind if, look at that. Look at that. That's cool. So, we'll let it dry and we'll go and find some fabric and I'll be back. I'll pause you. Okay, guys, I found a bit of fabric. It's nothing major. So I'm going to just rip a bit of this away because I don't want that near my... So normally before I put it down, I try and trim it. First I decide how I want it and what I want in it. Live, laugh and... Oh, I wonder if I can get that in it. Maybe not. Maybe I don't want that. I like it, but I can use that as a pocket. So, I'm going to turn it that way. And that should be close. And then I really like that. And then I'm going to nip this as close to as possible. And look, I won't mind it if it's hanging on the edge because it's ill-fray. Is that close? Yeah. Alrighty. So I'm going to get this stuff again. And I'll show you this when I show there, I just was making sure the brush wasn't too wet with water before I applied the glue. Then you just got to if you got PVA, whatever you got to let it dry, guys, because if you don't, and you go to sew, you're going to wreck your sewing machine. I like using fabric, but I'm also liking the fact I've got collage. So I've got a really, really strong cover. Gee, it dries quick, this stuff. I didn't think it dried this quick. So I might give it 8 out of 10 for a review if I was reviewing it. Funny chappy I am, aren't I? Funny chick. Funny chick. See, look, it's drying quick. No sooner I put it down and it dries. So I've got to put it down. And I'm not ironing it or nothing because it doesn't need it. So I've got to go up a little bit. And then I am just going to pull the fabric every which way to make sure it covers. Well, it's sticking brilliantly. So you can use PVA. If you haven't got, you can use multimedia. You don't have to use what I'm using for it to work. But you've got to pull because this is smart sticking. So you're better off using PVA. Because unless you've got experience with glues, you're going to get into trouble like I nearly am. I'm not, but I could be. Now I need some more glue. So I'm going to use a bit of this rag to get rid of that water off my brush and just because it's too strong. It dries pretty quick by the look of things, but when it contacts with the fabric, you got to be quicker. I'll push it down with the brush, it won't matter. Oh, look at that. This glue isn't as fantastic as PVA, I tell you, for this. It is for doing other types of mixed media stuff, but not for this. And that will give me time to dry it. You might need to trim it. But once it's sewn, this will look really good. I think I'm lifting it up when I do that, but anyway. There. And I'm going to let that dry, and I might pause you, and I'll be back after I've sewn it. So here I am. Here's my cover. I just think it turned out really well. I haven't put pockets in there, and I don't think I will just yet. I'm thinking with this, I hope I haven't gone too long, but knowing me, I have, because we are doing a bit. I want to oh, I'm going to rip that off. And I like that. So this is my husband and I. So I'm going to glue this to that, I think. Is that what I want? Yeah, I do. But I won't sew it on today because it'll take too long. But if I want to layer it, I'll show you what I do. Make life easier if I showed you. Because not everybody does things my way. I don't do things like everybody's way, or vice versa, you know. We all work differently, but the same in some ways. Now, that's too much. I'm full of glue as per usual. So what I would do, so I'll do the cover, but I won't stick it on. And the reason I won't stick it on, guys, it's because I had another picture here, but it doesn't matter. I change my mind all the time, guys. Oh, this doesn't want to work. I don't know if this is the glue. Yeah, it must be. Must be. So I don't need much because I'm going to sew around this. My machine probably won't like it, but doesn't matter. So I'm going to put some cheesecloth and I'll stretch it out because I don't know how I want that to look. And then I'm going to put some of this vintage lace, but I don't want to sew too much around this because I want it basically to frame my picture in parts. Maybe I might use this bit here for that. And use that on the bottom. Because this picture was already made for something else. But I pulled it out. So, I do that. And then this I'll layer here. Don't know if I really like those flowers there, but anyway, I'm going to cover the love. I'm going to trim that a bit because I don't want that much. Oof. And I never chuck that out, you know. But then I fray this after I've sewn it. Hey, that looks a bit better. What else do I want to add to it? I want to add something to it, but I don't know what. I don't like that. I don't. I sort of do and I don't, you know what I mean? Like, maybe it's just a little bit too much. I'm just thinking. I'm wasting my good lace, but anyway, I love this lace and I still got quite a bit of it. Just feel the photo needs, oh yeah, the photo needs to be framed around us. Like I said, because it's Junk Journal January. So it's my way of doing a daily Junk Journal January without me doing any journaling. So I'll be doing whatever the prompts are. I did pull them out, so print them. Oh, how pretty is that? When I sew, I'll be sewing there, there, and there, but not there. Because I want to put a couple of buttons there and whatnot. And that will finish my picture. Oh, I like that. Just a little bit there. Something like a flower or something, I guess. But I haven't got any here. But you'll see it when I post it up in the groups. It'll probably have a flower, stuff like that, because that's me. It's what I basically like. But look at the cover. Isn't it cool? And that's my frame, which I'm not going to pause it again to go away and sew it and whatnot. Just gives you an idea how quickly you can make a journal cover, collage it, and everything, all with your stash. I was just thinking that could go there. But I'm thinking more like buttons and some numbers, you know, maybe the date of our marriage. I don't know, something like that. I don't know yet. But it just gives you ideas how quickly it is to put a journal cover together and make it look good. But I hope you like that. Thanks for watching and liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you, everybody. Bye for now.